The CEO, who had always shown no interest in women, was shocked to discover that a strange woman had actually dirted his bedsheets. "It's all because of you, you jerk, you ruined everything," the woman shouted. "Enough, stop acting or you'll just bring trouble on yourself," he replied coldly. In the CEO's eyes, the arrogant and aggressive woman standing before him was no different from those vain gold diggers who were desperate to cling to wealth and power. Without hesitation, he tossed her a check for $50 million, trying to use money to send her away. Unexpectedly, the woman didn't argue at all. She tore the check into pieces on the spot. What pushed the CEO even closer to breaking down was that the woman's boyfriend suddenly burst through the door aggressively. When he saw her in such a disheveled state, he immediately proposed a breakup. "The job's done, right? Don't forget what you promised," he said. Only then did the truth come out. Everything had been a carefully planned conspiracy. The night before, the woman had been happily celebrating her birthday with her boyfriend of 3 years. After a few drinks, she passed out. When she woke up, she realized something had been tampered with. Just like that, she was inexplicably framed and labeled as a shameless woman who would stop at nothing. What hurt her even more was that after her foster father learned about what happened that night, he heartlessly kicked her out of the house. With nowhere else to go, the woman could only move to the city to find work. As an intern, she not only had to struggle through piles of exhausting work every day, but also constantly buy coffee for her coworkers to please them. Life was incredibly difficult, until one day when the CEO came to the company for an inspection. Due to long-term malnutrition, the woman suddenly felt dizzy. Her vision was blocked by some scattered documents, and she lost control and fell straight into the CEO's arms. At a glance, the CEO recognized her. It was the woman from that night. He couldn't help but sneer inwardly. "So many tricks. All she wants is to climb her way into my life." But with so many people around, he could only instruct his assistant to send her to the hospital. So she wasn't satisfied with that night, and now she's even mixed into the company, he thought. "Let's see what game you're playing." But the news the assistant brought back completely shocked him. The woman was pregnant with twins. Medical confirmation showed that the children were his. The CEO was furious. He recalled how she had torn up the check that night. It had been a warning, but he hadn't taken it seriously at all. He had long forgotten about it. He never imagined things would turn out like this. "Investigate everything that happened that night, every detail," he ordered. "Yes, sir. I'll take care of it immediately." Just then, the CEO's grandmother learned that she was about to have great-grandchildren and rushed over, ordering him to marry the woman as soon as possible. At first, the CEO refused, convinced that the woman had used improper means. But his grandmother warned him that if the shareholders found out he had abandoned his wife and children, not only would the family's status be destroyed, but the company's stock price would also crash. Left with no choice, the CEO went to the woman and proposed a contract marriage. He promised her the title of CEO's wife, and after the children were born, he would give her a large sum of money and let her leave. These words completely enraged the woman. She said bluntly that she was fully capable of raising the children herself and turned to leave. But thinking of her mother's difficult situation, she finally stopped. "I agree to a contract marriage with you. Let's eat together," the grandmother said kindly. "Don't upset my great-grandchildren." Only then did the woman realize that the grandmother was actually the legendary chairwoman of a major film and media group. Seeing their relationship ease slightly, the grandmother suggested visiting the woman's family the next day to formally propose. The woman said she wanted to give her mother a surprise and asked to go home first to prepare. In truth, she planned to talk things over with her foster father. On the surface, the CEO acted indifferent, but after turning away, he instructed his assistant to use his black card to buy her plenty of good things. When the woman returned home and was about to share the good news with her mother, her foster father began mocking her coldly, saying she had the nerve to come back after doing such a disgraceful thing. Her scheming older sister seized the opportunity to ridicule her too, accusing her of bringing fake luxury gifts and claiming she had married a poor nobody and returned to steal the dowry. She even kicked the woman's belongings aside. "Who do you think you're fooling with that fake innocent act?" she sneered. The foster father backed the sister up and warned her that her sister's future in-laws would be coming the next day, and she'd better not ruin her sister's chance to marry into a wealthy family. Unbeknownst to them, the assistant hiding in the corner had already called the CEO. After hearing everything, the CEO's view of the woman began to change. At the same time, the assistant reported the full truth of the hotel incident. The trap had been set by the woman's ex-boyfriend, and it was connected to the CEO's business rival. Filled with guilt, the CEO immediately ordered the assistant to arrange for him to personally go to the Gu family to propose the next day. The following day, a wealthy family arrived with their son to propose marriage. The foster father greeted them eagerly and ushered them into the main hall. As soon as they sat down, he got straight to the point, directly asking how much bride price they were offering. 600,000, they said. Only after hearing the amount did he finally allow his sickly wife to serve tea. At that moment, the scheming sister deliberately pushed the younger sister, causing both her and their ill mother to fall to the ground. The foster father seized the chance to make a scene, loudly insulting them in front of the guests and even raised a cup as if to throw it at them. The other family immediately demanded that the mother and daughter be kicked out and declared that they would never have any dealings with them again. The foster father grabbed a cane and was about to strike, but the village chief arrived just in time to stop him. The sister, basking in vanity, proudly thought about marrying into a rich family and showing off in the village. Her sense of superiority was fully satisfied as villagers gathered to congratulate them. The foster father even praised his eldest daughter for being outstanding. But the village chief suddenly felt something was off and said there were many luxury cars arriving at the village entrance, more than he had ever seen in his life. After asking around, he learned that they were there for the younger sister, Gu Qianqian, not the elder sister, Gu Jinjin. Hearing this, the scheming sister dragged her father out to see for themselves. Upon seeing the luxury cars, she immediately began mocking her sister again, sneering that even if she had found a rich man, he must be some old, greasy, ugly nobody. But the moment the CEO opened the car door and stepped out, everyone was left completely stunned.